Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Candy Coated Conversation. Thank you to everybody for coming through to join us for a little nighttime conversation. I appreciate you guys for coming through. So let me say hello to everybody that is joining me here on the panel. Sade, Tamika Heavy on the Scott,
Hey
Lakeisha, Venus,
everybody.
Mars, Jupiter, Voracious
Hey,
One, and Coco Drips is up here. You guys, the link is pinned in the chat to
hello
anyone that would
everyone.
like to join us here. So free and welcome Venus for being a channel member. Thank you so much. Um,
Welcome, Venus.
Thank
yes,
you,
Welcome,
everybody.
Venus.
Thank you.
y- yes, and let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Let's see who's here. Hey, Angela McGrady, Nikki, some of you guys are already up here. Let's see who's not here. Let me see. Hey, Joni. So, just gonna have a little conversation, you guys. And I had started off by saying that I had heard the term incel, um, had just heard it, right? Okay, bunch of white guys that are upset, that nobody's wanting to have sex with them. That's what I deduced from the whole thing. But you guys, it really is this is where it starts, and I'm gonna get into the official terms and read those to you. But that's what I took from them. Oh, okay, this is a bunch of white men mad that they can't get laid. But it does go a little bit deeper with the anger and things like that. So we'll get into it. But what really piqued my interest was I came across a video today, which I'll share a little portion of. Shout out to her, to Chocolate Autizzy. I don't know if you guys have heard of her, but if you haven't, definitely go check her channel out here on YouTube. She definitely has a very different perspective on things as being a black woman who's autistic and suffering with several different issues, and just the way that she navigates life. I believe she describes herself as a sociopath, and it's very interesting. So if you ever want something interesting to check out, check her out, Chocolate Autism. And so basically, when I came across the video, she's describing herself as a femcel. So I was just like, okay, what is a femcel? So I kind of just went down a rabbit hole just a teeny tiny bit. So I thought we would talk about it today because, as you guys can see, what I titled the show, it's like, okay, are you really a incel, femcel? And then Venus here put me on to a few other terms, wig cell or ninja cell. So I guess I could have said the whole thing, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. But that are more specific to the black community. So I was like, okay, so is this something black folks out here, categorizing themselves as, you know, also, maybe a little bit more interested in it. But let's get into what is an incel, because I want us just to have a basis of what we're talking about when we delve into the subcategories. Okay, so and here I'll even share my screen here. Hey Janelle, hey Gold Digger. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how I miss Gold Digger. And she's here helping me out. I appreciate you, lady. Okay, so let's go over the official definition of this. So it says an incel is a portmanteau of involuntary celibate, is a term closely associated with an online subculture of people, mostly white males and heterosexual, who define themselves as unable to get a romantic or sexual partner despite desiring one. Now that was key to me because just because you want one, if just because okay, I'm straight and I'm male and I feel like I should be obligated to have someone want me the same way sexual. That was kind of odd to me. It says originally coined as imbecile. Here, give me just a second. Somebody's hopping up. Oh, this is Coco who's dropping. So it says originally coined as an imbecile around 1997 by a queer Canadian female student known as Alana, the spelling had shifted to incel by 1999, and the term later rose to prominence in the um, 2010s following the influence of Elliot Rodger. The subculture is often characterized as deep resentment, hatred, hostility, sexual objectification, misogyny, misanthropy, self pity, and self loathing, racism. A sense of entitlement of sex, blaming of women and the sexually successful for their situation, which is often seen as predetermined due to biological determinism, evolutionary genetics, or a rigged game, a sense of futility and nihilism and rape culture, and the endorsement of sexual and non sexual violence against women and sexually active people. Incel communities have been increasingly criticized by scholars, government officials, and others for their misogyny, their endorsement and encouragement of violence and extremism. Over time, the subculture has become associated with extremism and terrorism, and since 2014, there have been multiple mass killings, mostly in North America, perpetrated by self identified incels, as well as other instances of violence or attempted violence. So, okay, I just want to quickly ask the panel in the chat. Have you heard of this before?
Never in my life.
Never.
Mm, never.
Never.
You wow,
I've
you
never,
guys have
I've
never.
never, I've never heard of it either.
Yes. So I like I said, I have heard of these incels. And look, I flubbed over some of these words or whatever, but literally it's basically an influx of white men who are upset that they don't have women to have sex with. And so they take their frustrations on not having a sex life out on women, and women are to blame. Even if they're the most unappealing men to date, to have bad attitudes. Maybe they're not physically attractive, but they feel like, you know, hey, I'm straight and I want you. You should want me. And they're taking that anger out on people. So, of course, that has delved over into the Black community. So let me give you the definition of what they're calling Black men who are incels. Now, I did get this from the Urban Dictionary, so shout out to Venus for pointing me in this direction for a few terms. But let's read what the definition is of a nigcel. And this is what they're calling Black men who take on these views.
Excuse
So,
me, Candy. A,
yes,
a nig cell?
Nigcel. Yes, girl.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, so this is a Black boy or man who claims to be involuntarily single due to white supremacy, feminism, and Black female empowerment. A Nixel lacks self awareness, regulation of his emotions, common sense, and harbors colorism and misogyny, often hate towards children, which makes them a direct threat to women and inside and outside of their community and Black children. The result of that state being leads to the plus 62% of Black girls being molested before the age of 18. The percentage of Black boys being molested before the age of 18 being unknown because of the lack of reporting. And the Black femicide in America, where a Black girl or woman is killed every 5.5 hours by 97% of Black men. And that's a statistic that came about in 2022. So it says Nick cells, just like incels, can display pedophilic tendencies, which is why they often, even if not publicly, advocate for the lower age of consent and can be seen committing the most sexual indecencies towards Black girls and boys in the Black community and outside. Nick cells lack the self awareness and reflection to recognize that their sexist and violent tendencies repulse women and are therefore caught in a circle of anger, which only gets worse with time. Oftentimes, Nick cells have internalized self hatred, which makes them attracted to white or lighter skinned women, meanwhile, making women of darker complexions the target of their violence which even more when these women marry outside of their race. And then in parentheses, it says not to say that white and other women of color aren't their targets. So they actually even put a few um, examples. So they're stating that Tommy Sotomayor is a Nick Sale in a danger to the safety and well being of Black women and children. They also pointed out that um, he's deceased now, but Kevin Samuels is a Nick Sale in a threat to the safety and well-being of Black women and children. Uh, these last two are not my opinions or the opinion of the show, just part of the article. So, you guys, have you heard of this? You have never heard of this, and I know that a lot of you guys said that you have never heard of this. But now that I've read you a description, do you know men like this? Let me just go around the chat. Thank you,
No.
Snoopy, for the super sticker.
No.
Okay, so you've
Yeah, it's a
never
no for me too.
It's
really?
a triple
Well,
no for me
Yeah.
too. 'Cause no.
well, I'm gonna say that I've personally never met a man that acted this way, but I have seen comments from men online that act very bitter, um, uh, disgruntled with women, kind of feel like, that they should be getting more play than they do, and that down Black women because of that. I have seen that segment of men online that act this way. So, but I felt, like I said, it kind of blew me away that, this subculture and then the subcategories of this subculture. I didn't know that a lot of Black men and women, because we're going to get to the women in a minute, were falling into these categories or describing themselves as, as this. I literally just thought, okay, you're not having sex and you want sex, maybe you're celibate or things like this, but the very crux of this is that the celibacy is not wanted. Like, how a lot of times people make a conscious decision, like, I'm going to be celibate until there's someone, or that I really want to be with, or that I'm in a specific type of relationship, or maybe I'm going to wait until marriage, or something like that. But the whole basis for this is that I never said I wanted to be celibate. I never said I didn't want to have sex, and I do want to have steady sex with someone. So that's where the issue comes in, and the anger and the
So
blame. Hmm.
question. So is it saying that they're like, okay, they want sex but they're not getting sex, so that make them do stupid shit? Like, I'm just confused. Like,
Basically,
child.
basically, they're they just the way that they talk about women, put women down. It's just basically making them angry and hate women because they feel like women. Um, it's just the whole thing to where they feel like if women are straight and I'm straight, if I want to have sex with you, I should be able to have sex. Like there
If you
shouldn't be.
want to have sex with a
I'm not in a
40-year-old,
sexual.
If you putting it like that, Candy, then yeah, I have heard of niggas like that.
What have you heard? What have you heard?
Um, all right, you know, this it's sort of the same thing about what you saying about with a guy. Like when they say if I put me in that shoe where I tell whoop de whoop like, oh yeah, well I'm going celibate because I don't want to have sex with da 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 da. Then he goes on a rampage on social media because he can't get what he want. So he goes on a whole rampage about unnecessary bullshit. I'm just using that as an example. Not saying that he does that, but I'm just using it. But it's sort of the same thing of what you said. If that's the point of how you making it, then I did see niggas like that on social
Yeah,
media.
yeah. It's like how dare you either feel like I have to either work for this or it should be little to no effort. because I want to be have sex. Now, Gold Digger here says, I thought it was called entitlement and self-absorbed, but this is much deeper. Yes, because these people have deep-seated like anger issues and things of that nature. So now let me tell you guys how it comes where the femcells. Now, like I said, I had already heard about incels. I did not know femcells were women that were feeling this way, but the women have a slightly different edge to it. So we're going to get into this with on the side of women. And then we have something with black women as well. So let me show my screen and we're going to get into uh, what femcells are. So I'm just going to take a couple things off my screen so that we're not, you know, getting all confused here with all these tabs. Okay. So here it is here. Are femcells the new incels? So let's get into this definition of this. So it states at first glance, the term femcel looks like a typo. In reality, the term refers to a community of women who have chosen to opt out, and that's the key word chosen, have chosen to opt out of sexual and romantic relationships. Similar to how incels or male involuntary celibates blame feminists for their inability to secure a satisfying sex life, femcells view misogyny and unjust beauty norms as a factor that inhibits their true sexual and romantic desires. More specifically, femcells believe that they are only desirable to men sexually, not romantically, and therefore have created the internet personas surrounding their inability to be loved. Incels have a history of being violent, anti feminist, and have even gained the title of being a growing terrorist threat by the United States Secret Service because incels blame feminism for their lackluster sex lives. They view the cries of femcells to be far from valid. The reason is most incels believe that women have it easier than men because, in their opinion, everyone wants to have sex with a woman. Therefore, in their eyes, femcells are just being too picky. Others have made their way to TikTok comments and have called the creation of the femcel community cultural appropriation. That's what the incels are calling. It says the issues for femcells is not about being sexually attractive, it's that sexual desire is not satisfying enough for them. The female experience is not devoid of pain and inconvenience. Interpreting being sexually desired but not respected as being too picky goes to show what incels believe being sexually desired means. These women want genuine connection and want to be desired in all ways, not just sexually. One femcel articulated the feeling of being only sexually desired to L. Being the person a man is willing to ejaculate into is like being a toilet. It can be very dehumanizing. It can be a very dehumanizing experience. Okay, so as women, so we're sitting up here being a panel of women, right? And if you are a single woman navigating the dating scene, what do you think about this? Because in reading that description, if you're a single woman dating and trying to find the right one, you could very well be considered a femcel if you're not just looking for a sexual relationship and you're choosing to not have sex until there's more than sex on the table. You're like a real relationship, a real connection in other ways, not just sex. So, with that definition, would any of you consider yourselves a femcel? I think I might consider myself one.
Hell yeah. Mhm.
Mhm.
Right. Because it on the female side, it's more of a choice that you're making as opposed to the incels who feel like they're being made to be celibate. And it could be that you're being made to be celibate by women because that is all you're offering or bringing to the table. So I guess you just got to be mad, right?
I ain't mad. I don't give a shit. Look, I ain't got time for the bull crap.
Yeah, because what is wrong with, saying that I want certain things, and if I don't have those certain things, I'm just not going to deal with you at all. I mean,
Ain't
except
nothing
from the
wrong with that.
definition, yeah, from the description, there's no games being played. You're told right up front, basically, that hey, if we don't have these things going on, there's not going to be any sex involved. And I don't see an issue with it. I do not see an issue with it. So with that
No.
being said, now that we know what a femcel is, let's let's delve into, and of course, you guys, these definitions are coming from the Urban Dictionary, because Luna told me about this. I'd never heard of a wig cell. So let's check out this definition of a wig cell. So it's stating a wig cell is a femcel of color, specifically a black woman who usually hates black men because she can't get one to date her and now has to resolve her involuntary celibacy by fantasizing over white men, anime characters, or K-pop male artists. So this definition, I think, is definitely, yeah, I can understand why it's here in the Urban Dictionary, because yeah, I definitely don't think that every woman that wants or black woman that wants a relationship uh, is going to white men and salivating over K-pop singers and things of that nature. I think that's real odd. Welcome, new member Erica, Her Majesty.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome,
so
America.
yeah, I thought that was very odd definition, but I did hear about that.
Welcome, Erica.
Uh yes. So I don't know. The femcel definition is very odd to me. Like I don't mm, it's just using that terminology for basically just, being celibate because you're just waiting on the right one. I don't know. For women, that's just all I see it as. I don't understand the whole attaching yourself to that cell community. Um, but I don't know. Any thoughts on that? Because I want to show a video of a young lady who describes herself as a femcel and a black femcel. So I want to show you guys some things that she had to say. Any questions on that before we go to it?
No, we still trying to get some understanding of it. It's just a
Right.
lot. It's a lot of parts to this. Like it's crazy.
It really is. For me, it's mostly the questioning in regard to the men and their attitudes and things like that. Because I think when you have a lot of men that have this type of attitude and this type of anger towards men, just because, I mean, as women on the panel, I think we can all attest to what about, haven't you ever been at a club or something like that, and a man is wanting to talk to you, and basically you're not interested, and the anger that some men will put out towards you,
Yes.
instead of just
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, okay, she's not interested," you know we're talking about that level times 10, for men that just can't stand the fact that a woman is not interested. So it's
Well,
it's
it
definitely
go both
crazy.
ways with that though, with men too, because there's some women that's thirsty as hell, and men be trying to tell them in so many ways, like, Miss, I am not interested, and then it's just like, so it's just all the way over the board, like, it's for both, like, it's a lot of components to this. This is crazy.
Yes, definitely. So okay, so we're gonna go to and do some commentary, and so that's going to be the reason for the pause. And you guys, we can't just play anything straight through to the chocolate Autizzy. Um, and hold on, this is not the right one. Let me find it here, you guys. I want the one specifically where she speaks about being in the femcel community. So here we go, right here. So let's share and get her opinions on this. Hey, Katina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So her title is Exposing the Femcel Community.
So I know you guys have been wondering, like, girl, why aren't you posting? Like, you say you want to monetize your channel to get your teeth fixed, but you're not posting. And I understand that, but I just moved to New York, you guys. Like, I need time to settle and to like chill with my family and to like just acclimate myself to the city. You guys are going to get a New York vlog. You guys are going to get like, vlogs and stuff of the city. But right now, I haven't really left like, this block of chilling with my family. And that
Okay,
was
we're
a
gonna.
horrible, horrible imitation of my uncle. But I'm just like trying to let you guys know why I haven't been like doing vlogs, because I have to get a monthly Metro card and
Okay,
washed my hands. I have renounced the Femcel community. And let's get into it. I want to get into it because you guys know that I have been like advocating for like femcells, like saying femcells exist and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm happy to not be a femcell. Kathleen Lucy, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but she's the producer of Truly and she's doing a documentary. And so she wanted to talk to femcells. And a lot of the women in this community do not want to come out of the closet because they are embarrassed. And a lot of women in the femcell community are neurodivergent or physically disabled or have PTSD or some type of trauma. So they just like don't really trust people. So yeah, like I talked to Catherine Lucy of True.
I'm gonna pause this right here, you guys. That is also a huge part of what they're considering to be the femcel community. Is they're stating that a lot of women are kind of being forced into involuntary celibacy because they don't meet certain beauty standards, so that they're not getting chosen. Like a man may like this type of woman, or he's looking at this type of woman. So, I mean, I thought that was a little weird because it's like, come on now. A part of me is like, okay, y'all just have to get with life. Things like this happen. You're not always going to be attractive to everyone. Even an attractive person is not attractive to everyone. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just go and make up terms and say, okay, I'm this because nobody wants to date me, or I'm being made to be involuntary celibate because no one is attracted to me to even want to have a sexual relationship with me, or have a bond in a real relationship with me. I just think like I don't know. Am I going overboard, or is that just taking it too far and just,
No,
No, you
I,
right. You right there where you need to be.
is this the lady that's saying that she's one of the whatever that thing you just said it is?
fem still.
Is she
Yeah.
one?
She's saying that she is one, but in this video now she's saying that she's renouncing it and that she's no longer part of that. So let's see
Oh,
why. I'm
cause
gonna
she
go
so she
back.
must got some dick. That's why she's saying that. Like this is retarded.
Exactly. That's another thing to it. Okay, when you start getting, you meet somebody that you should have been waiting for anyways. All of a sudden, you're none of these things, because really, that's really all it boils down to. Even with a damn incel, you come across a woman, she give you some tail, and now all of a sudden you good.
But that's just vice versa though, because like we all have little insecurities within ourselves, like that we wish, that we probably want to fix or we think about, but we don't act on it. You know what I mean? I mean, some do, but you know what I mean? We confident as women, like me, I don't really give a shit. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. Okay, on to the next. Like they making this too deep for no reason. Like,
Too deep, yes. It's just like you haven't met the person that's for you, and sometimes that takes a long time. It does.
and
Sometimes to meet
yeah,
the
like
right person, you got to go through people to find the right person.
what they
But
say, you
god
gotta
dang,
kiss a few frogs before you meet your prince. That's just like with a
exactly.
man. He
exactly.
got to kiss a few. You know what I'm saying? Like before he meet his princess or queen or whatever. Like it's just retarded. It's just basically a group of motherfuckers that ain't getting no dick or no pussy. Like it's just retarded.
Okay. Now, Her Majesty says sometimes I feel that way. And also, let's add on with the Femcel community, they're adding more things on, like they're stating, hey, I have mental illness and things like that, or I have disability. But even with that, it's the same thing. You have to find the person
That's
that wants to,
bullfrag.
yeah, that wants to meet you where you're at and doesn't mind what you bring to the table, even if it's, considered quote unquote a flaw. It's just like that sometimes. So, okay, let's go back here, you guys.
Julie. And I told my friends in the community about it, in the femcel community, and they were pissed. They were pissed the F off, you guys. And I was like, you guys, I didn't talk about you. I talked about myself. I talked about my struggles as, a chocolate autistic lady like that can't find a man. Like I didn't talk about anything you guys told me, you guys like my girls in the femcel community. But they just have trust issues. So they're like, we don't believe you. We think that you are going to expose us and blah, blah, blah. And so Penelope, this girl that like runs like the Discord. And yeah, I guess I'm exposing her a little bit because she sent me some messages that were like low key. I'm not even low key. They were high key racist. So yeah, I'm only gonna expose her, but not really because you guys don't even know who the hell she is. And this community is like so like small and underground, and nobody even knows what the hell a femcel is. I think Kidology, me, and like a few other people are talking about it, but like I don't think normal people even know what the hell femcells are. So yeah, I talked to Catherine from
Yeah, ain't
Shumi and I
lie.
told her about my experiences and I told her how we define what femcel is because Catherine was under the impression that femcel was the same thing as incel. And a lot of women in the femcel community describe femcel as a woman that cannot find a relationship. And we define incel as a man that cannot find sex. So yeah, that's kind of like the difference because like we know that we're women, we know that we can get laid. It's not about that. A femcel is a woman that can't find a relationship. So yeah,
Candy, can you pause it
I
right
think
quick?
the reason
Yeah.
why so many
Okay. Yeah. What's up, Sade?
She kind of sound like Luna.
Like who?
Luna. When she talking, I'm like, yo, is this Luna?
Luna? You hear that? Luna must have stepped away. No, but she's giving a clear definition of what a lot of them think. But I'm just like, this must be some new age stuff because like everybody had to wait it out. Oh, okay, Her Majesty, come on up on the panel and talk. So, Her Majesty said, "Look at me. I've been celibate for 6 years, going on 7 now. But this is what I want to ask you. And if you don't want to come up and chat, I definitely understand. But put it in the chat for us. So, is this voluntarily? Because I'm sure that if you wanted to go out and have sex, you could have sex. But if the issue is finding a solid relationship and you just haven't found that yet, I mean, I guess you could, by definition, what they're stating by definition, consider yourself a femcel. Oh,
but
okay.
but also when you looking for a partner, you gotta find. First of all, that's just like with somebody that's married. You have to like the person that you're with. You have to like work on things. It ain't gonna just come to you. Oh, and then like, what if his dick trash? What if your vagina trash? Like, that's retarded.
You know what, Lakeisha, don't get mad at me, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Let's chill on the R word.
Oh,
You
I'm
know,
sorry.
some
I'm,
people find it very offensive. I don't know. I know where you're coming from, but I'm just saying.
no, I'm
Okay.
sorry. All right, that's just dumb then. Like, cause it just makes no sense at all. Like you can't just magically just find a person and you just get in a relationship. It don't work like that in no way, shape, or form.
Yep.
You
Okay,
got
Erica, what are your
okay.
thoughts on this? What are your thoughts?
Well, good morning, ladies.
Good.
Morning.
My whole thing is, I'm celibate by choice because
Mhm.
all the things I faced, like the relationships that I did have, it was like seven in my whole life. I have three kids, and five kids, excuse me, and three different baby daddies.
Mhm.
And none of those relationships worked out. I always gave my all, my heart, being a good woman, and is it they always found something better, something younger, or a big booty, or something, and it always made me feel like I wasn't desirable enough, or I wasn't the it girl for him. And the last relationship was back 6 years ago. I told you about the guy who passed away.
Mhm.
So, all my trust is like, honestly, Candy, until that right person come along, my cootie cat is not hot to try. I'm good. I'm good being celibate. I'm not going to say I don't get the desires, but I honestly, I exercise, I look at TV, take a shower, you know, just to get that feeling away from me, because I know there's a man that's out there. I don't hang out in clubs, I don't hang out in bars, I don't do all of that. I go to work, there's flirtation there, which is very much fun. And
Mhm.
but nothing hasn't happened. And yeah, I do think, like, sometimes men do make you feel like you're not desirable enough, that you're not the dating type, you're not that type. And when you keep coming across those type of men all the time, it does make you very discouraged, and rather, me myself personally, keep to myself.
Well, thank you for coming up and sharing that. And I definitely understand where you're coming from with everything you said. I also think that another factor into all of this, and
Hmm.
this is just with dating period, whether you think this way or not, I think the internet plays a huge part in it. I think the
Most
whole the
definitely.
whole swipe left or right culture, where people think that you're disposable. Okay, I don't like what I see. I'll just swipe to the next person, and I'll just go to the next person. I definitely think that, like, even with these incels, I think when we were in a time where you actually had to go out and meet people, and basically, your personality had to speak for itself, and
Yes.
you had to put your best foot forward in the dating scene and things like that. I think there's something to be said for that, and we've gotten away from that a lot. People,
That's
all people want to
true.
do is go look at your pictures on Instagram and see if you're appealing to them physically. There
Hmm.
is no, oh, I'm talking to her, she has a great personality. No, it's like, I'm looking at your pictures. I'm
Looking
looking
at
at
the right, Tony,
everything about
looking at
you.
the pictures, looking if you have big boobs, looking to
Oh
see if
yeah.
you have a BBL, looking to see if you're fly. You understand, the Instagram hoes up on, the influencers, and all of these things really knock the real dating thing down. Me myself, I don't want no man to, soon as he meet me on a second, third date or whatever, oh, can I get some?
Oh
What?
yeah, they think it's very, yeah, yeah, and a lot of times these men, they'll think that just because they've talked to you online, that equates to everything, like that they're entitled to everything because they've been talking to you online. It's like, no, we're in the real life now, and then even online, you give a picture or whatever. And then the a plain picture is not good enough. Now they want to see they want you naked, bent over. They
Yep.
want to see everything, you know.
Yep.
So let me get to this comment by Linda P. Hey, Linda P. Uh oh, no, no, here's the one I wanted from Linda P. The first time I heard the word incel, it was implied that it was just like a nerdy, jealous virgins, and that's kind of still what they are. That's kind of
Oh,
still what they are. Yes. But no, I definitely understand where you're coming from. You know, there because at a certain point you just kind of get tired of like, okay, here, I'm tired of doing the same old thing. I would rather have peace and just be to myself than go through all the games and this and that. And
yeah.
involving sex where you know that nothing is coming of this. So yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from, Erica. So
You know
let's get
what?
a little bit.
Oh,
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
Go.
No,
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 go.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, my first love, my two kids, my first two kids, they father. I was young. I was 16, and we didn't do anything for a while. You know how you miss the hugging, the kissing, holding hands, conversating, laying on their chest, him laying on you, going to the movies, joking, going to the
Intimacy.
park. Yes. Intimacy just is not just sex, is like turn me on in that kind of way. You understand? And then everything falls into place. Don't make believe that you're into me just to get me into bed. I'm too
Mhm.
old for that. I
Yep.
can't honestly, Candy, I cannot be jumping on penis to penis to penis to penis. I don't see how these little girls do it. They're all wide and wider than outside.
Ugh.
Oh, let me retract that. That wasn't nice.
Look, we're
Sorry.
not trying to be nice. We're trying to be real over here. Okay, let's get back to this here.
Girls in the femcel community are upset at me for talking to Catherine is because they don't trust the media. But like, I don't think Catherine is like that. I don't think Truly is like that. If you've seen Truly's YouTube channel, I think they show people that are different in a positive light. I don't think they really show people that are different in a negative light. So like these girls that are like afraid that I talk to this woman about my experiences, I think they're just like insecure because they feel like now it's like, oh, we've been exposed. You guys, I only have 4,000 followers on YouTube and a couple hundred followers on my other shit. Like nobody is really thinking about our community like that. And I keep on saying our because I have love for the femcel community, but like you guys are toxic. You girls are so toxic. You're mad when one person says that they want to lose weight. I want to lose weight because I have high blood pressure and I'm borderline diabetic. Sorry, my hands are ashy. So like, yeah, like of course I'm trying to lose weight. I want to be healthier. Like I have idiopathic intracranial hypertension. My face swells up with fluid. That's why like my face looks weird. So like a lot of people, because I have like extra fluid in my freaking face, and unfortunately for IIH and for diabetes, the best thing to do is to lose weight. There's nothing wrong with being a big, beautiful woman. Penelope, you are a big, beautiful woman. But for you to say that I'm trying to be a Stacy, I can never be a Stacy. And honestly, you're the one with blonde hair and blue eyes. The only thing keeping you from being
Let me stop this. This is something I learned also in watching these videos. A Stacy is supposed to be a woman that is, for the most part, attractive to most men, like, you know, that most men would find attractive. And I think for females, or male, call them a Chad. Okay,
Mm.
so yeah. Yeah, so a Chad would be a man that for the most part women find attractive. So yeah. Nikki says they should do a one night stand and get it over with. Yeah, that would work. The femcells and it's no, the incels just want sex. The femcells want relationships. So I'm gonna go a
It's
little further here.
all over
Go
the
ahead.
place.
Yeah. Well, don't forget she has some issues. Like it's a very she has a lot of issues here. Let me see if she says it on this. She says my name is Cassie and I have autism, depression, OCD, ADHD, and alexithymia. I don't know what that is, but yeah, she has some. So this is part for her. This is why she felt like she fit in the femcel community because she felt like a lot of men don't accept her for all the things that she has going on. So
That's
That
yeah.
people
true,
to say
Candy.
to us, and we're making that our identity, and then we're like saying like, oh, it's okay if you're ugly, it's okay if you're socially awkward, we accept you. But then we're all just like bitching about how like we're ugly and we're socially awkward, and like we're not doing anything about it. And the fact that you guys kick me out because I'm like, okay, we're saying that we have anxiety, what are we doing to fix our anxiety? We're saying that men don't like us because we're fat, what are we doing to 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 either love ourselves or to lose the weight? It's either you accept being fat or you lose the weight. Like, I'm sorry if I sound mean, but like literally, Penelope, you have blonde hair, blue eyes, you have a beautiful face, and you are saying that I'm trying to, like, I don't know how the hell you can be intimidated by me. You're prettier than me. The only reason why you even feel intimidated by me is probably because you're over 300 pounds. But that's okay. If you're over 300 pounds, love yourself. And if you can't love yourself while you're over 300 pounds, then do something about it. And I'm sorry if I sound mean, but like sending me like racist messages just because I talked to some lady that wants to do a documentary about us, or like telling me that
Mm,
like,
the lady might be just jealous because you're the one being approached. But anyways, yeah. And this is just one. sh- She did a video where she was for everything, but this is one where it looks like she's distanced herself from that community. But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to bring light to this that this is happening. The whole femcel, incels. I just wanted to know if it really was a real thing, or are you just undateable? It's like you just may have a bad personality. You may just look, it's plenty as far as the attractiveness and things like that. Look, there's someone for everyone. There really is. I know sometimes when people say that it sounds like it's BS, but there literally is someone for everyone. Look, maybe your someone doesn't live in the same city that you live in. Maybe that's why you're not meeting. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they don't live in the same state, which for the internet, how we're talking about online, maybe that's a good thing because you're someone just may live across the country or in another country. Your person might live in England. Who knows? I don't know. You guys know what I'm getting at, but I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because it kind of piqued my interest when I ran across her video.
Candy,
So yes,
can I ask you a question?
sure.
Now, when she says, I think, no, you said it like basically some people don't want to date somebody that has problems, high blood pressure, ADHD, you know, or they done had an accident, maybe had a knee replacement or a hip replacement, and they still young. You know,
hmm
what do you think about that?
I think for what you specifically said, I think that can definitely be discouraging. Um, whether you're a male or a female, I think that can definitely be a discouraging situation. But even with that, I think you just have to find the person that is for you. You know, uh, that doesn't care because there definitely are people that won't care about that. Now, here's something else that I did learn in a previous video from that girl. Um, it it's about accepting some of the responsibility because you could be the person that say you have all that going on and you're turning your nose up at possibilities or men or women
Mm,
that may be coming your way. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think you have to acknowledge, am I doing this? Like say there's a man that, maybe when you were in your prime before your hip replacement, things like that, that um you wouldn't have even given the time of day. And it's not about, to me, it's not about, okay, I'm lowering my standards, because you still always have to have your standards. But I do know that there are people that you may be a 5, but you want a 10 all the time. What's wrong with you dating a 5? You're a 5. You don't understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. I understand. Excuse me.
So there are people out in the dating world that complain about being single and things like that. Hey, Elise, that have to say, okay, am I doing this? Because you can't really say, okay, nobody ever tries to talk to me, when the people that do try to talk to you, you act like they're not good enough for you, or you're turning them away, or how dare they try to approach me. I think I should automatically have better than that. And 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 I'm not talking about basic things where, like, or saying that somebody has to settle for somebody that doesn't have a job or this or that. But it, for instance, oh, I only like men that are 6'5", 6'5", and
No.
somebody that's 5'11" is approaching you. You can't really say that no one's trying to date you. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
you have all these crazy standards that you think everyone should meet. So I think that's what I think about that. It's like, if you're in that type of situation, definitely would be hard if you feel like nobody is accepting you the way that you are. I think you just have to expand your horizons, meet new people, things of that nature, but also take a look at yourself and see, okay, all
That's
right,
right.
I need to date or expand my horizons or
A
broaden my
guy for
horizons. Or
me, a guy for
yeah.
me,
Hmm. Go ahead.
respectable, respectable, not a
Right.
pedophile, not a murderer, has a job. You understand? And
Yes.
and
And
love.
take all that extra shit off of the table. Oh, he has to be this height, or I
Yep,
want him to have this body type, or
yep,
I want him to. You know what I'm saying? You have to take all those things off off of it. And then see what's going on. That's what I think.
you're absolutely
That
right.
is what I think. Okay, so while you guys are here, I think we're kind of done with that topic. Is there anything going? Look, we didn't have a morning show, you guys, and look, this is my decision on that. Look, the internet has been dry lately. I When I do the morning show, you guys, I wake up at 6 in the morning just to get everything ready. Just to make sure that everything is good before I do the show, and then when I go into work. So I'm just gonna tell everybody, I don't see the sense of me getting up at 6 in the morning if ain't nothing going on in these interwebs.
Yeah,
So
No, I feel you.
yeah,
I feel
yeah, I
you.
was just like, you know what? I said, we're not doing it today because it has been dry, and we go over things, and there's a couple things tonight, but we're gonna talk about it tonight because it's only a couple things. Look, the internet has been dead a little bit,
It's been
so let's.
so dry, Candy. I agree not to interrupt. I
Yeah,
was
no
listening
problem.
to that girl talking too, and she did say she was autistic, but the way she was talking about, who did she say? Stacy? I don't know. It was just funny.
Penelope. uh,
Penelope. The way she was talking about her was funny as hell. But yeah, these streets are dry,
yeah, they are dry.
dry,
So,
dry.
it, I will just wait until, like, right now. When it's a morning show, it's gonna be a morning show. But that's gonna be, we gotta have some things going on to get up that time of morning. Hey, Star Olivia. So let's see what is going on. The little things that is. We're gonna talk about it right now
I
since
told
we
Danny
here.
to send you something, but I don't think anybody really wants to hear that.
What is it?
The lady who put her baby in the oven.
Oh, now we did talk about that
That is
the day
crazy.
before yesterday. We did. That is
I'm
very
looking
tragic. Um
very.
yeah, it was very tragic and triggering, and I don't believe that that lady did that by mistake. It's one thing
Me
to have
neither.
put the baby in the oven, but like literally, you turn the oven on, you
And
turn it
close the
on
door.
and
That's
close the door.
where she
Is that
lost me. That's where
right?
she lost me. And you ain't smelled the baby?
Right.
I can't even think
She
about that.
That was an awful situation, you guys. If you didn't know, it's a woman put her 1 month old baby in the oven and basically and turned it on. So they're trying to say that she has the mind of a child, but no, I don't even know kids that think about putting no. Let me put my baby doll in the oven. I don't
Mom
see
as a
kids
I
do
ain't
that.
child
never
and she
seen
could
it.
have had mental health.
Sometimes people don't deserve to be parents. I ain't being funny or nothing. Like, what make you think that you can put a goddamn baby in a goddamn oven? Like, come on, bitch, make it make sense.
Because
Yeah,
that
even
little
if she
1 month old
was,
baby was crying and her simple behind couldn't take the crying and did what she did. And she actually want to
That
use
sound like a little postpartum depression. A
even
little
if she
bit.
does have mental
how
health,
old was she?
even
A
if she
month.
does, even if she does have mental health postpartum depression issues, then somebody should have stepped in with CPS and took that damn baby, because there are real
Hmm.
women that suffer from postpartum depression, and they do be out here killing their kids because nobody listens to them about postpartum depression, and they end up hurting the damn baby. And
That's true.
it's messed up because women, people don't believe women, and I feel like it's an issue. Period. CPS should have been involved. Somebody should have came and got that damn baby. Period.
Hmm.
Where was the
Yep.
father?
The
Of
father
the
wasn't mentioned in the story. He
uh,
wasn't mentioned at all.
see,
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at this, you guys. This is a little funny. I guess it was a gender reveal. So let's take a look, y'all.
Let me sit my stupid ass down. Bro, what am I doing? I'm in pain. I can't even feel my
What
legs
the
no more.
fuck?
He said, "This
What
little
the
son,
heck
son."
was the idea?
Look,
Let me sit my stupid ass
Oh
down.
I
my
guess
yeah.
it was a
gosh.
girl. Look, I guess it was a girl. The fuck?
I said, dang, they didn't blew everything away.
Child, that little baby girl gonna be a fierce little princess when she come out.
If she
Uh-huh.
survived.
If she
She's
survives.
fine. She's fine. I'm
Okay.
sure the mother and her are fine.
Yeah. So let's look at this one right here. So this just happened. It says Kansas City radio station confirms that one of their hosts, Lisa Lopez, lost her life today in the shooting that happened at the Chiefs Super Bowl parade. So you guys, they were celebrating the Chiefs winning, but it turned into a tragic situation. Um,
Yeah, that was just sad. Her
Taste
yeah,
and
of
she was
Tejano.
killed, and 21
Oh,
people were injured.
that's
she
crazy.
was a
Like, why can't people
Tejano.
go out? Yeah, why can't people just go have a good time? I never understood people just take this. Like, it's a lot of sick people in this world, and they take an opportunity where people are gathered for something positive and fun and good, and then just go crazy. Like, they take that opportunity to take their frustrations out on everybody.
Y'all think it was sports related?
Who's
Somebody
holiday
being
the
mad that the 49ers lost, y'all think it's sports related though?
No, I think it's somebody that's just there
I
and
think it's
use
crazy
it as an
related.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Just
Well,
crazy.
crazy, and they
obviously
just
it's
use that.
crazy related, but some people be real salty about their sports teams losing, Lord. Real
It's still
salty.
mental. That's
Did
still
they catch
mental
the
illness.
shooter?
Like,
I don't think mental illness should be brought up in this conversation. I think some people are just evil.
Okay, look at this, y'all. Look.
What is
One
that?
thing Ti gonna do is shout Tiny out. Happy Valentine's Day to the love of my life at Tip. Thank you for loving the way you do. You always make me feel like the most loved and adored woman in the world, and I love you so much for it. 23 years strong. God just keeps on blessing me and our union. Tip and Tiny. Hashtag real love. Let's see what they talking about. Look, she's showing over there.
Did you see
We
how
got
she
it.
just had her hand rubbing on that shit? Kenji.
Mm-mm-mm. Look, they've been holding it down. Happy Valentine's Day. Look, I'm just gonna click on this real fast. I didn't even know who this was when y'all know G Herbo went and got him some chiclets. I said I thought this was what's that man oh my god, what is his name? That's what I thought it was.
That's not G Herbo.
Yes it is.
Dang how he look. Unless he just came home
He
from
got
jail.
he got some new teeth, girl. He got some new
Let
teeth.
me say so much.
Look, you see
Oh
that?
yeah, he got teeth.
That don't look like her.
It's Herb. Herb got him some new teeth. What is that man, that comedian? What's the one? I'm living my best life. What's his name?
Little Duval.
That's who I thought it was, girl. For the when I first saw it, I said, "Oh, what's he got going?" I thought it was Lil Duval. Okay, let's look at here. It says Kanye West addressed allegedly getting kicked out of the Super Bowl, Shaq coming for him, and Taylor Swift. When I said that I'm the new Jesus bitch, I wasn't even thinking about Taylor Swift. So what's this? It says Swifty emergency. Beyonce's new single Texas Hold'em is challenging Kanye West for #1 debut on the Billboard Hot 100. Let's buy and stream Texas Hold'em to block him from getting the top spot. Ah, remember, he just dragged Taylor on his latest Instagram story. And so Kanye says, when I said that I'm the new Jesus B, I wasn't even thinking about Taylor Swift. So let's see. Uh he said there was a whole line before, but I appreciate the free promo. Lil Wayne actually mentions Travis Kelsey on Vultures too. This album is actually super positive and fun. It's all about triumphant. Last year was incredibly challenging for me, my wife, my children, friends, and family. I've been banned from hotels, kicked out of companies, and even not allowed to eat in some restaurants. Everyone saw Vultures 1 get taken off of platforms to limit our first week numbers. This reminds me of the mistreatment of my people because of the color of our skin. Oh, now he want to depend on the black community. Okay, here we go. Remember, I was on Taylor's side when Scooter brought her masters behind her back. She and Beyonce are big inspirations to all musicians. We always say how both sell out tours and movies. Also, I'm sure I've been far more helpful to Taylor Swift's career than harmful. To all Taylor Swift fans, I am not your enemy. I'm not your friend either, though. LOL. Also, I didn't get kicked out of the Super Bowl. We left our seats to go to YG's box and see different friends. My wife had never been to a Super Bowl, so I wanted to walk around and have a nice time. We had such a fun day. Oh, and to Shaq, I grew up looking up to you. Would love to hang with you and Jamie sometime. Jamie Salter is like a father figure to me. The media may control the narrative, but the people have spoken. Okay.
Hey, Miss True.
Hey,
Hey,
True.
Mr.
Good morning, Miss True.
Hey, hey, hey. Okay, who's up here? That's somebody popping back up. Okay, so that is that. Now this is good. I like this. Let's take a listen, you guys.
Allow the death penalty for individuals convicted of certain sex crimes against preteen children passed the Idaho House. Representative Bruce Skog, a Republican from Napa who co-sponsored the bill, along with Representative Josh Tanner of Eagle, said that House Bill 515 is designed to give the steepest penalties to the most heinous of crimes committed against children 11 years of age and younger, and that the penalties would be in line with that of first-degree murder.
There is.
What y'all think about that? I'm all for it.
Yes, I'm
I'm
all
for it.
for it.
I'm
And
for it.
what? Yeah, and we need this passed in other states as well. Why is Idaho leading the pack? Idaho's the only one that wants to see justice for their children. So yeah, I'm
Shout
all
outs to
for it.
Idaho. Shout outs to Idaho, to be honest with you.
Right.
This doesn't even surprise me though, Candy, because I like watching true crime, and there's actually a true crime case where this one guy is accused of unaliving 4 college students in their home with a knife, a sharp object, a knife, real Scream 7 type vibes, 6, whatever, and he's facing the death penalty if he's convicted of all 4 homicides from one night, unaliving, sorry. So I'm not
Oh
surprised
wow.
Idaho is doing this, because this happened in Idaho, and he might face the firing squad if he's convicted.
Oh wow, the firing squad. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's something that nobody cares about, but I'll tell you anyways. It says, that was quick. Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan are seemingly back together after a short breakup, spotted out shopping together. So yeah, who cares? Um, let's see, what's Beyonce doing on the cover of Essence? I haven't seen her on this type of magazine in quite some time.
Yeah, I think she's gonna
Says,
be on the cover for April.
yep, Beyonce will be the Essence magazine cover star for April. So yeah, okay. Look, see, y'all see what I'm saying? How dry it's been? Ain't nothing going
Mhm.
on. So it says Rachel Dolezal has lost her job at a school down in Arizona
Oh
after
my
finding out
god.
she has an OnlyFans account. Oh, she looking worse and worse. So it said, now
This
y'all know she got
woman.
her new black African name. Her new name is Nikishi Diallo, who used to be known as Rachel
Lord,
Dolezal.
Lord have mercy.
You
Who
want to be
used to be
black
known
so
as
bad.
Rachel Dolezal, is out here wild and out on OnlyFans, and now she's out of a job. According to KVOA, Nikishi ended up losing her job with the Catalina Foothill School District after school personnel became aware of her OnlyFans account on Tuesday. Nikishi has a public social media page where she decided to link her OnlyFans. The
Nakishi?
district
That wasn't smart.
The district's director of alumni and community relations, Julie Fairbank, said in an email that her posts are contrary to our district's use of social media by district employees policy and our staff ethics policy. Yeah, Nikishi, aka Rachel. Look, and she looking like, ugh, what's wrong with
Isn't
her?
both of her parents white?
Yes, she's a white woman. Remember, you don't remember back in
Yeah,
2015?
she wants to be black so bad.
Mm-mm. Okay, what's
Nikishi.
I
this?
think some of these women be wanting to be mixed women for real or biracial women for real, for real. Cause what the fuck?
I didn't even know that Tiana and motherfucking G Herbert was still together.
Yeah, I thought they had broken up, but looks like they
Yeah. Cause she
together
was out partying with Regina
celebrating
Campbell.
Valentine's Day.
All them fucking flowers from
That's
them
That's
beautiful.
fucking.
beautiful.
That's beautiful roses.
It is
Wow.
beautiful,
That's
but
beautiful.
flowers.
I would start crying if I came home to that.
Let's see. What else we got? Oh, let's see what Candace Owens has to say. Sometimes some people don't like Candace Owens, but I find that sometimes she be on point with her assessments of
Me
things. Let me see what she
too.
talks about. Let
Me
me see what
too,
she
Being
says.
done
Candy.
in
I agree.
business and how she tries to manipulate her audiences, like to get out of like deals and contracts. Like she's totally insane.
Yeah.
Like she's the most toxic feminist that's ever existed. And what she does is basically the threat is that if she doesn't get what she wants, she writes a song about a guy and then has 15 million girls singing the songs and drops little clues so they know who it's about. I mean, it's totally psychotic if you really think about it. I don't think you appreciate how psychotic that is, that you can't date her for 2 weeks without her writing a song about you. I mean, what she did to John Mayer as well, when he was like, I literally did nothing to her. Like we went on one date and I didn't deserve this.
You're ruining
and then
this,
there's a bunch of like 10-year-old girls whose brains are not developed who then go and attack whoever it is. Like Scooter Braun's family, his young kids literally had to go into hiding and get security because Taylor Swift wanted out of the deal that he legally purchased her catalog of music.
Yeah.
And she wrote this, you have to go find it on Tumblr, this like glorious rephrasing of basically like, my dad signed a contract, a legally binding contract for me when I was 15. He now has the catalog because he purchased it. And she was just like, you know, as a woman, I sat on the floor and I wrote these songs. And then they tried to kill Scooter Braun's family. And he did nothing wrong other than purchase her catalog.
But
and he only had it for like 6 months before he let somebody else purchase it. But like she hated Scooter Braun.
This is a room full of Swifties you're talking
No,
about.
guys, I'm sorry. Like, I just like, obviously she's not getting married. And Travis Kelce,
I was going to wear my
to give you some science, Travis Kelce has exclusively only dated black girls. He had a whole show only dating black girls. This is not even his type. He just realized that this is like a good business move for him, and it is. It's a genius business move for him. But this is going to be one album, and then it's
I totally
over.
agree with her now. I got to be
Okay,
honest
so
with
can I
you.
ask
Like,
you-
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be
I'm
like
serious. I'm
depressing
totally
about it, but
serious.
like it's
Can
one
I-
album, and he's not going back to like he's not
Can I ask
going
you-
like Black
You know
Girls
what?
to like Taylor
Can you
Swift. This is
pause
like a
that?
business.
Because
You know what's crazy about
Well,
that?
it's a scientific fact. We have to pull up the
He
articles.
really
if you
has
will.
only
The
dated
science has
black
been
women,
done.
though.
We
That's
Trust
a
the
fact.
science.
Candace, what-
You don't go back.
you agree?
And she's
I
like
basically
the
agree with everything.
whitest of white women.
She said, Kenneth said it is
It's
a fact.
facts.
Once you go black, you don't go back.
But
I
she's
think it
I
is
like
go
the
back.
whitest of white.
Literally.
right.
Like, what the fuck? His exes are all black or mixed looking women. Like, what is this? Like, huh?
Mhm.
That's a fact. I don't know. Candace be making sense sometimes. And I agree with you, Candy.
Mhm. Very weird. Very, very weird. Okay, you guys, let's take a look at Usher's wedding pictures.
He got married?
He
Yeah.
got married on Super Bowl Sunday, yeah. Usher shows off pictures from his wedding to his longtime girlfriend, Jennifer. Let's just call her Raymond because I'm not trying to pronounce that last name. So 2/11/24. Let me see. There we go. Yeah. There they are.
With the little girl,
Oh, so
and
she
that's
Yeah.
white.
their children. The little girl and their little boy.
They're their sons. His other sons, family's all
Yep.
there. Mrs. Raymond. There we go. Well, congratulations to them.
Mhm.
Okay. Y'all ain't nothing going on here.
Tokyo
Look, here,
Tommy ain't going off about
here's
nothing.
the now look, this is a sad day. Oh, the creator of the Pop Tart, William Post, passes away at 96. He lived a good life.
He
And
did.
Pop Tarts will forever live on in our hearts and minds and mouths.
Really? Oh my God.
Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so look, y'all know we here for a good time, not a long time over here. So with that being said, that's really all that's going on. There's not much happening in social media. So I will see you guys probably sometime tomorrow night. And thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Oh, you
Any
very
last
welcome.
thoughts before we get out of here? And just remember, you guys can hop back over to, Banger keeps his lives, members only lives going all the time. So we can hop back over there, and
It's
I'll
gonna
definitely
film
be over
around
there.
up
I'ma
there.
hop on over there, Candy,
The
but I
member
wanted to
live
know if
had
we could.
ended, Candy.
No, that it ended.
Oh, he ended it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you look, y'all go rest up. Shit, go watch TV or something.
Yeah.
Can I
Hey,
can
I
I
got a
can I
question.
can I talk?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Somebody else was trying to talk. I'm
That
sorry.
was me. It's okay. Venus can wait.
Huh? You
I
gonna wait?
said that was me. Venus can wait. I'll wait.
Oh,
Oh,
I
let me
just
think.
put.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna thank Gold Digger for the super chat. Celebrate
Thank
love.
you, Gold
Valentine's Day is not
Digger.
just for couples. It's about the love for family, friends, and self. Sending you support on Valentine's Day, Candy, and all the candy coated family. We are all blessed. Yes. Thanks, you
Thank
guys.
you.
Period.
So I had a little idea about a show, but I need to know: do we have any poets in the family?
No.
No poets.
I used to have a lot. I mean, I know a lot of poets, especially on Facebook, but no, I'm not a poet. Wow, what kind of show idea you have?
I wanted to do a freestyle Friday, like a poetry set, but I haven't. I don't have any people that do poetry. So I
Oh
guess
no.
that I guess it's not gonna happen.
No, they're there. You gotta look on Facebook. Facebook.
Candy, I was
That's a
wondering
good
if you
idea
could
though.
talk to me about what happened or what I'm in trouble for. Preferably one on one.
Yeah, no, you're not in trouble at anything. I asked you, were you causing trouble or were you being troublesome?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to
And
talk
you
one on
pretty
one.
much said as such. It's
Okay,
okay.
so I am self aware.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to know because I don't want to be like phony kicking it with somebody that snitched on me. That's all.
No,
Um,
it's not about snitching. When you're over at Bangers and you're a member there, if you're disturbing and being a problem with other members, everybody is in bounds to reach out and state so. So don't take it like that. Just as if someone was coming at you negatively and
mhm.
and unjustly, you have every right to state what's going on. That's not
Yeah,
snitching.
but why can't they just talk? Why can't I just talk to them about it?
They may not even know you like that, Luna. They may not know you like that to talk to you like that and come to you one on one. So you got to think of it like that as well.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
look, I gotta stay up in a couple more minutes just to say, hey, Miss True,
Hey y'all, was you
Hey,
ending the
hey,
show?
Miss
hey,
True.
Miss
Is the show ending?
True.
Yep, we
Kinda,
ended.
Okay,
sorta.
I'm always late.
That's
Yes, girl.
okay.
Look, I was like you. I was getting my nap on after work. I said, oh my
I only
god.
came up because I'm like, hold on, am I tripping? I thought this was live because I thought I heard somebody say good morning. I'm like, what? You
Erica
said,
did say good morning. Erica said good
oh, okay.
morning.
I'm
Child.
like, what the hell? I was like, I thought this was live. What's going on here? I must still be asleep. Shit.
And look,
Okay.
let me let Linda P is a mess. Linda P said Valentine's Day is also for incels.
Oh
Linda P
Lord.
is a troll too, for real. She be saying the most crazy shit. I swear to God.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so I hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Hey,
Hope
Yeah,
chat.
everyone
I had a good one. I can't complain.
Good. I got some rest, so it was great for me.
look, rest is always good. Shoot.
So are you going to Twitch or we just done? Is Banger starting the show or we're just done for the night?
I'm gonna get in touch with him and see because I know he does put something up. So I'm gonna check with him, you guys. Just keep an eye out. And there may be one. Yeah. So keep an eye out, and I'm gonna check and see if we're gonna do something members only. Okay.
Okay. All right. You guys have a
All
good night.
right.
Yeah.
All
Bet.
right, you guys. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate everyone.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Good
Later.
night.
Right.
Yeah.